This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. What up? This is DC Channel Guns. Coming at another gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. So I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all for coming to the video. Appreciate all the support and love. Appreciate everything that y'all do for the 2A community. I want to especially appreciate the ones who take the time to leave comments and stuff. Great comments, whether I agree or disagree. And, I want to appreciate the ones that come up every single day, hitting that like button, everything, helping out the channel and stuff like that. I appreciate that. I want to appreciate the ones that going to Gunstream and subscribing over there. Appreciate that. We're getting the numbers up there. We're going to keep promoting a alternative where, we can keep fighting for the Second Amendment and everything to preserve it. And, I want to appreciate the ones been sticking with me through the good and the bad and the ups and downs. So, with that said, y'all the star people. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the average citizen trying to uphold the Constitution, defend the Second Amendment. We're going to continue to keep doing this thing every single day, people. Non-stop. Like I said before, I got the energy. I told y'all day one on this channel, I got the energy. I'm going to keep bringing the energy and everything. I'm talking about, whether we sleep or we up, whatever the case may be, the energy is still going to keep coming. Like I said, I took the breaks out from over here. We're going to keep bringing all this gun news and exposure and stuff. We're going to keep bringing it to the 2A community. We're going to keep encouraging each other so we can stay motivated, so we can preserve the Second Amendment for future generations. That is the goal over here, people. And with that said, we're going to talk about magazines. We're going to talk about some of the hot items that we need to be buying before the election. We know that, a lot of us know that, but we still got more people coming in. They need to know the same exact thing that the rest of the 2A community know. Because when it comes to magazine, people, it is so serious. So I've been getting comments about the magazines and stuff like that. Some don't know. A lot of you do know. So, to get everybody on the same page when it comes to these magazines and stuff like that, this is a hot commodity. This is an item that the opposition is targeting. A lot of states are dealing with this magazine limit ban out here. And it's very serious. So, I see comments and stuff. Now, I want to say that some of these people don't know what's already been happening in this country, the ways they are working around to stop you from getting this in your state and stuff like that. So, I'm going to talk about something. Some of you probably know and some of you probably don't when it comes to the high capacity magazines. Now, if your state banned these, because this stuff is on the ballot, people. This stuff is on the ballot. Pay attention. Local, you got to pay attention. This stuff is up there. So if the state banned these, you can't get these no more. You can't order them on your websites. You can't get them. Now, for some people saying, hey, well, I could just order them on the website. That's where you're wrong at. Now, I'm assuming some of these people don't know what's already done happened in this country when it comes to these magazines. Now, I'm going to bring you an example. I'm going to use this example and everything, and I'm going to try to explain it in full detail so we can understand how serious this is. Now, you have magazine websites who is going to have to comply with your state laws. Whether it's a handgun magazine, this is a Glock 33 round. Whether it's an AR magazine, this is a 30 round. Whether you want to call it high capacity, standard capacity, guess what? Their limit laws, it doesn't matter what you want to call these magazines. They're coming after your magazines, people. I'm talking about, the opposition has pretty much wrote out in plain detail how they want to ban these magazines nationally. Not on just a state level where states is already doing that, but I'm talking about all the states in this country. They want it on a national level. So when it comes to your website, and I'm going to bring this example. This is huge when it comes to your magazine. This is very huge right here, what I'm about to tell you. Now, right now, there was a lawsuit that was filed against Frontier Armory. Now, Frontier Armory, was selling magazines on their website. Now, the state of New Jersey, which had a limit, nothing over 10 rounds in that state. Now, what happened to Frontier Armory? They were still selling these magazines to the state of New Jersey. So they had some undercover investigators purchase magazines from Frontier Armory. Now, once Frontier Armory was caught still selling high capacity magazines in that state, now the Attorney General sent Frontier Armory a cease and desist letter. Now, that's common with this cease and desist letter because the ATF, they've been sending out these cease and desist letters to some of your farm manufacturers. So, talking about that, we starting to hear that word cease and desist, right? So now, when it comes to Frontier Armory, they was caught. Now, the state of New Jersey sued them for $50,000. Now, Frontier Armory was forced to stop selling high-capacity magazines to the state of New Jersey. They could only sell the standard capacity that New Jersey wanted, which was 10 rounds, the 10-round magazine capacity. So Frontier Armory had to comply with that. Not only Frontier Armory, but all the websites that sell magazines. All the websites. If you're from the state of New Jersey, you can't get nothing over 10 rounds. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because this blocks you from getting these high-capacity magazines or standard capacity magazines. It blocks you. And this sends a message to all the other websites that's online that if you don't comply, they're going to do the same thing to every single website that doesn't comply with them state laws. That's why I keep telling people, you need to get them now while you can. Now, on the flip side, some of you are going to probably say, they'll find other ways. And they do. They'll find other ways to force you to get rid of them. Turn them in and stuff like that. Now, I have been talking about you having states who pretty much open the door for a whole nother business where you have storage units or charging people to hold magazines while they sit and try to fight these laws in these states. Now, these laws going back and forth in court trying to overturn these gun laws, I keep telling people, it's infamous. I'm talking about it's infinity. It can go on for who knows, years and years and years. Just keep getting drugged out. They just drag it out. Let's keep dragging it. And a lot of states even came and doubled down on the law they already passed on these magazines and said they're going to keep pretty much pursuing what they have passed. This is the reason why I said we need to get out and vote. This is not serious. This is very serious, but to some people it's not serious. It's hard to overturn these laws, people. I keep telling you, it's very difficult to overturn these laws. We can complain, we can grumble, we can do all that kind of stuff, but your vote matters. And some of you say, well, you know what? I don't base my vote on one particular thing. When it comes to your Second Amendment, it's not one particular thing. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And some of you don't know too much in the history. And some of you think that I'm just looking at things out of one lens. I have looked at this stuff for a long time. I have read a lot of things. Your Second Amendment goes a long way in this country. And, some of you don't understand the seriousness of this thing. You think you could just gamble based on, a president. President's going to come and go. But your Second Amendment is getting taken away. Bits and pieces at a time. And that is the long run for the opposition. They know they're not going to take all your Second Amendment away immediately. They know that. A lot of these laws they put out there, a lot of people look at them as fear tactics, fear mongering, whatever you want to call it. But guess what they've been successful in? Taking bits of your Second Amendment. Month after month, week after week, day after day, year after year, president after president, politician after politician. They have been eroding your Second Amendment rights. And using this example when it comes to Frontier Armory, their lawsuit, when it comes to these websites, that is another way to pretty much block you from this entire country from buying the stuff that you want. Right now, the internet is huge. Buying online is huge. A lot of companies like Amazon has built a mega business selling stuff online. And this is one way to cut you off from the entire country, what you can have and what you can't have. And so, like I said before, when it comes to your firearms, your magazines, your ammo and stuff, online websites is at risk for your two-way items right now. Because if the opposition win, people, they are coming for it. If they get the majority, if they can get it to where, hey, they don't have to depend on no other side to vote to pass these laws, they're going for it. I'm just telling you right now, you ain't seen nothing, people. Take this seriously. I don't want to be sitting here next year when all these laws start raining down and I start hear all this grumbling and complaining. It's nobody's fault but ours, the two-way community. We need to get out and vote. Stop listening to these people who are throwing you off of the main focus when it comes to the Second Amendment. All this other stuff, we've been dealing with that for decades in the 2A community. We're going to deal with the ATF. We're going to deal with the FBI. We're going to deal with the politicians. We're going to deal with the presidents. We're going to deal with the gun organizations. We're going to deal with the citizens. What we don't need to be dealing with is losing our Second Amendment. We don't need to be dealing with that. But that is seen to be the problem that we're going to keep having to deal with. But we can't keep losing bits and pieces of the Second Amendment. And so get out and vote, people. That is my main message. Get out and vote, because these items here and many accessories, many of your farms, you have states regulating every single thing that they possibly can to pretty much get between you and your Second Amendment. We got to get out and vote. Stop looking at the mainstream media. Stop looking at your news people. They all in cahoots with the opposition. They're trying to do everything that they're telling that everybody else is trying to do. Your media is pretty much in cahoots of the opposition. They're attacking the president. And like I said before, this is not about Donald Trump. This is about the Second Amendment. Some of you are stuck on Donald Trump. Get off the Donald Trump thing. He is the president, and he is the one, to me, is the less catalyst when it comes to your gun laws. He have made mistakes when it comes to your Second Amendment, and so have other presidents down the road. But you don't pick one who's going to go after it, and that is their main topic when they're not discussing, they're not talking about it. They're going to wait till they get in office, and then it's going to be a hailstorm of coming after your Second Amendment, people. I'm just telling you the truth. If you want somebody to lie to you, there's other places you can go to that's going to keep lying to you and keep you happy and everything. But I'm not here to keep you happy. I'm here to tell you the truth. So get out and vote. So this is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.